Esta é a sua hora. Esse é o seu lugar para aprender como ir para onde você quer e fazer o que você deseja. Fique aqui. Nós vamos lhe ajudar.
You know that you and only you will improve your language skills. We are here to help you. Canada's Smart Mind will guide you through all the difficult things and will show you all the steps to have very good English in order to get a high score to pass through Canadian immigration. So, let's begin now. There are 4 aspects to increasing your fluency: grammar, vocabulary, speaking, and listening.
What is an adjective? The adjective is a part of speech that modifies or describes a noun or a pronoun. An adjective is one of the 9 parts of speech. An adjective is a word that tells us more about a noun. It describes or modifies a noun. The big dog was hungry. In these examples, the adjective is in bold, and the noun that it modifies is in italics. An adjective often comes before a noun. A green car, a dark sky, an interesting story, and sometimes an adjective comes after a verb. My car is green. The sky became dark. His story seemed interesting. But adjectives can also modify pronouns. She is beautiful. Look at these examples. They were empty. I thought it seemed strange. Those are not expensive. Note that we can often use 2 or more adjectives together. A beautiful young French lady, it is black and white. Tip: the adjective is the enemy of the noun. This is sometimes said because, very often, if we use the precise noun we don't need an adjective. For example, instead of saying a large, impressive house, 2 adjectives plus 1 noun, we could simply say a mansion, 1 noun. Adjective form. Some adjectives have particular endings, for example, able, washable, credible-ish like, childish, childlike, fall-less, careful, careless house, dangerous, harmonious why, dirty, pretty. However, many adjectives have no obvious form. Comparative, superlative. Most adjectives can be comparative or superlative, for example, big, bigger, biggest, good, better, best, beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful.
Before you see what else we have to show you, hit the like button and subscribe yourself. By doing this, more people will be helped, and you will see more videos on this. Now, let's keep moving.
Comparative adjectives. When we talk about 2 things, we can compare them. We can see if they are the same or different. Perhaps they are the same in some ways and different in other ways. We can use comparative adjectives to describe the differences. We use comparative adjectives when talking about 2 things, not 3 or more things. In the example below, bigger is the comparative form of the adjective big. A1 and A2. A1 is bigger than A2. Formation of comparative adjectives. There are 2 ways to make or to form a comparative adjective. Short adjectives, at or long adjectives. Use more short adjectives. At or examples: 1-syllable adjectives old, fast, 2-syllable adjectives ending in y, happy, easy. Rule. At or old, older variation. If the adjective ends in e, just add or late, later variation. If the adjective ends in consonant, vowel, consonant, double the last consonant, big, bigger variation. If the adjective ends in y, change the y to I, happy, happier. Long adjectives. Use more examples: 2-syllable adjectives not ending in y, modern, pleasant. All adjectives of 3 or more syllables, expensive, intellectual. Rule. Use more modern, expensive, more expensive. Tip: with some 2-syllable adjectives, we can use or more. Quiet, quieter, more quiet. Clever, clever, more clever. Narrow, narrower, more narrow. Simple, simpler, more simple. Exception: the following adjectives have irregular forms: good, better, well, healthy, better, bad, worse, far, farther. Further use of comparative adjectives. We use comparative adjectives when talking about 2 things, not 3 or 10 or 1 million things, only 2 things. Often, the comparative adjective is followed by than. Look at these examples. John is 1 meter 80 centimeters. He is tall. But Chris is 1 meter and 85 centimeters. He is taller than John. America is big, but Russia is bigger. I want to have a more powerful computer. Is French more difficult than English? If we talk about the 2 planets Earth and Mars, we can compare them as shown in the table below. Diameter, kilometers, Earth 12,760, Mars 6,790. Mars is smaller than Earth. Distance from Sun, million kilometers. Earth 150, Mars 228. Mars is more distant from the sun. Length of day, hours. Earth 24, Mars 25. A day on Mars is slightly longer than a day on Earth. Moons. Earth 1, Mars 2. Mars has more moons than Earth. Surface temperature, degrees Celsius. Earth 22, Mars -23. Mars is colder than Earth. Tip: although we use comparative adjectives when talking about two things, not three or more things, in fact one or both of the things may be a group of things. Mount Everest is higher than all other mountains. Here, we are talking about hundreds of mountains, but we are still comparing one thing, Mount Everest, to one other thing, all other mountains.
Help us and hit the subscribe button. You will receive the recommendation for our new videos. This will help you and will help us a lot. Thank you. Now let's go back to our video.
Superlative adjectives. A superlative adjective expresses the extreme or highest degree of a quality. We use a superlative adjective to describe the extreme quality of one thing in a group of things. Tip: we can use superlative adjectives when talking about three or more things, not two things. In the example below, biggest is the superlative form of the adjective big. A 10 meters building, a 20 meters building, a 30 meters building. The 30 meters building is the tallest. Formation of superlative adjectives. As with comparative adjectives, there are two ways to form a superlative adjective. Short adjectives, at long adjectives. Use most. We also usually add the at the beginning. Short adjectives, one-syllable adjectives. Old, fast. Two-syllable adjectives ending in y. Happy, easy. Rule. Add est old, the oldest variation. If the adjective ends in e, just add st late, the latest variation. If the adjective ends in consonant, vowel, consonant, double the last consonant. Big, the biggest variation. If the adjective ends in y, change the y to I. Happy, the happiest. Long adjectives. Two-syllable adjectives not ending in y. Modern, pleasant. All adjectives of three or more syllables. Expensive, intellectual. Rule. Use most modern, the most modern. Expensive, the most expensive. Tip: with some two-syllable adjectives, we can use est or most. Quiet, the quietest. Most quiet. Clever, the cleverest. Most clever. Narrow, the narrowest. Most narrow. Simple, the simplest. Most simple. Exception: the following adjectives have irregular forms. Good, the best. Bad, the worst. Far, the farthest. Furthest. Use of superlative adjectives. We use a superlative adjective to describe one thing in a group of three or more things. Look at these examples. John is 1 meter and 75 centimeters. David is 1 meter and 80 centimeters. Chris is 1 meter and 85 centimeters. Chris is the tallest. Canada, China and Russia are big countries. But Russia is the biggest. Mount Everest is the highest mountain in the world. If we talk about the three planets Earth, Mars and Jupiter, we can use superlative adjectives as shown in the table below. Diameter, kilometers, Earth 12,760, Mars 6,790, Jupiter 142,800. Jupiter is the biggest. Distance from Sun, million kilometers. Earth 150, Mars 228, Jupiter 778. Jupiter is the most distant from the Sun. Length of day, hours. Earth 24, Mars 25, Jupiter 10. Jupiter has the shortest day. Moons. Earth 1, Mars 2, Jupiter 16. Jupiter has the most moons. Surface temp, degrees Celsius. Earth 22, Mars -23, Jupiter -150. Jupiter is the coldest. When we compare one thing with itself, we do not use the. England is coldest in winter. Not the coldest. My boss is most generous when we get a big order. Not the most generous.
Hit the like and subscribe buttons, then you can help us to spread these words to more people. Help us to bring these words to your future Canadian friends. Now, let's see what else we have here.
Tell us which one you feel is better for you. Now, let's see some pronunciation. To pronounce beautiful sounds, you have to pay attention to vowels and consonants. You will want to sound the vowels vibrating your mouth and nose and consonants posing a stop. At the end of the words, you want to feign the sounds. Hear and imitate the sounds of these extracts as many times as you feel comfortable. Now that you have all of these, go to practice and create your own conversation. Go in the description to find our link and go deeper into your study to achieve your dreams. Thank you very much for watching this video, and be sure to be in touch with us. Keep up there and write your story. I'll see you at the next one. Take care. Bye for now.